Pretty dark, so I'm going to turn you up a smidge. So this switch right here.
Lights dim that way.
They always put the sport games on for us. Not in there. It's not in there. You go right.
I got a spot right next to me.
discipline, consistency, and a strong work ethic. The Luke Rue Memorial Award, presented by the Luke Rue Foundation and the West Hartford Youth Hockey Association, recognizes a graduating youth hockey player who reflects these values both on and off the ice. Joining us on the ice tonight are past recipients of the award, Oliver Levesque and Blake Edelson, along with Luke's coach, Kevin Miller, and Luke's parents, Harry and Steve Rue. The Rue family and the Luke Rue Foundation extend their heartfelt thanks to this community for its continued presence, awareness, and shared commitment to saving lives. And now, the 2025 Luke Rue Memorial Award, which includes a $500 scholarship, is presented to Conard in recognition of their passion for the game of hockey.
Thank you, Harry and Steve, for being with us. Thank you so very much.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting day at Veterans Memorial Rink, where the Conard Red Wolves will take on the Hall High Titans. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. We are Russ and Rob, and we're seeing crosstown rivals face for the first time this season, Hall versus Conard. Russ, exciting time. Conard moved up to Division II. Hall High's on a tear. They've got some good stuff going on for them. What do you have for us in this matchup?
Yeah, man, super excited. It's always rivalry, whether it's the Boston Red Sox versus the New York Yankees, or it's the Boston Bruins versus the Rangers. Rivalries always bring out a little extra something, and that's what always happens with these two teams when they show up to play against each other. You always get an amazing, amazing game. 9 times in the last 4 years, post-pandemic play, Conard has played Hall. Conard has 6 wins, Hall has 3 wins. 2 of those Hall wins were in regular season play. 1 was in the CC Finals just last year. I'm really looking forward, really super excited about this game. Can't wait to see what the boys can bring.
Should be a tight matchup. You know, Hall's first line is putting up some points. Conard struggled, starting to put some points on the board, and they scored 10 goals in their last 2 games. Coach mixed up the lines a little bit. It's been working for Conard, and they're setting up center ice, ready to go.
Yeah, Hall certainly's gotten a lot of production out of their first line. Conard's definitely spread out the goals amongst their lines better. Let's go see what happens.
Connor McHugh will go up against Jack Eisenberg. Here's the draw. Eisenberg wins it for Conard. Albert sends it over to his teammate. Flipped up by Roach in the neutral zone. Trying to get it out there. Dylan McDermott sends it up the boards for Hall. Hall passing it back. Now picked up by Gavin Mangini for Conard, and he'll dump it deep. He's given chase. Tries to put in the boards. Loose puck. Picked up by Benjamin Putnam, one of Hall High's goal scorers. And a little back and forth with some nervous energy. Backhanded pass to Connor McHugh. Dumped back in by Gavin Mangini. And Conard will have a personnel change. Tor McGoldrick will go give chase. Long stretch pass over to Ben Goldstein. Tries to get it in. Battle between him and Nigro behind the net. Goldstein comes up with it. Looking to get it across the boards. But Nolan Reck is there. Goes into the corner. And it's pumped out where Tor McGoldrick has it. Pushing it up backhanded. He's got Nolan Reck with him, skating with him. And just pushed against offsides is Nolan Reck. And we'll get a whistle. And the faceoff will come out of the zone. And Nolan Reck was slashed a little bit. His stick went flying. Charles Gainey gave him a little chirping to. And the chirping has started here, to Russ's point with the rivalry. Hall High looks to have an outlet pass. It's trapped in the neutral zone. Gainey for Conard giving chase. Backhanded toe drag by McGoldrick. He stood up a little bit. Poked away by him. Nigro pushes his man up. And now a 2-on-1 versus CJ Bankoff. And a whistle is blown. And we're going to have hand pass from Hall High. And Conard able to evade that potential opportunity for Hall High. Liam Elvert and Dylan Smith on the points for defense for Conard. Hall High wins the faceoff. Jack Eisenberg sends it deep. Ken Roach giving chase for Conard. Spun around by Jack Croce. He goes down to his knees, but it's able to deliver it to his outlet. Puck is lost at neutral ice in center. And now Liam Elver will skate with it and just pokes it across the red line. No icing called. Ken Roach going behind the net. Can't get it, get possession. He has it, tries to shoot it. Shot! Mangini scores! Conard on the board first! With a great forecheck by Ken Roach. He went behind the net and stole it in Datsukian style. Ken Mangini unmanned in front, low slot in front of the crease, got a pass, and Conard's on the board, 1-0.
Yeah, really great work with a forward check by Ken Roach. back behind the net, got the puck in front of the net, and bang, right in. Really good work.
Gavin Mangini's second goal of the season, and quite a large one.
Scored by number 21, Gavin Mangini. With an assist from number 11, Ken Roach.
Conard now putting the puck into their own offensive zone. Offsides, McConnor, they'll have to retouch up. Hall High trying to set up here. Outlet pass to McHugh, sends it down. Jackson Matzinger has it, sends it around the boards. Looked to be picked up, kicked away by Matzinger. Then by Dylan Smith. Matzinger going after it. Hall High trying to set something up. Nolan Reck plays the man, and Conard able to send it out of the zone. Hall High will have to go touch up. Corralled behind the net by Dylan Smith. He's got some open ice to get it out of the zone. Pushes it forward to Gainey. Gainey crosses the red line, takes a little bit of a hit, but smart move to get it deep. Tor McGoldrick has it behind the goal line to Matzinger. Matzinger flips it forward, looking for a redirect. Goes wide of Bonner. Nolan Reck plays his man, hits his man up against the boards. Loose puck, shot. Conard goes off a defender and through the crease. Now a 2-on-1 for Hall High. Here they come. Charles Gainey, pass, goes wide. Conard able to regroup, 2-on-2. McGoldrick has it, looking for a drop, shot, easy glove save for Bonner. 11:23 left to play in the first.
Yeah, Rob, I really like what Conard's bringing to this game right now. You know, lots of energy, lots of intensity, lots of shots on goal. Good puck movement, good start to the game for Conard right now.
And that 2-on-1 break was with Charles Gainey and Charles DeBasio. Charlie Gainey, excuse me. Conard wins the face-off draw. It's lost by the outlet pass. Now sent up to McHugh, just out of his reach just a little bit. He'll slap one over. Through the legs of the Conard defender, goes up. Bankoff tries to shoot it up against the boards, just enough to over to Eisenberg. Eisenberg over to Mangini. Mangini over to Roach. Roach tries to do a little razzle-dazzle, goes between the legs of the Hall High defender, and he's poked away. Now has it, gets it across the red line. He'll shoot it deep in the zone, takes a hit from Ben Putnam. Eisenberg giving chase behind the Hall High. Outlet pass to Hall. They can't handle it. Conard will send it deep. They'll have to touch up, but they'll make a personnel change. Sawyer Hollander sends it over to his outlet. Gets past him a little bit into the neutral zone. Picked up by a Conard player. He'll send it in. Now Gavin Mangini has the potential to get it down there. Parker Bastos sends it in deep. Mangini going off the ice. Giving chase as Conard goes against the board. A little bit of physicality on Conard's part. Hall High. Here comes Benjamin Putnam. He's put in front by Dylan Smith. And it bounces off the boards. And a shot. And Chase Emery's there to save it with 10:05 left to play in the first.
Yeah, first time right there. Hall's really actually challenged Conard, and Chase Emery coming up with the save.
Fortuitous bounce for Hall High on that one. DeBasio will take the draw. He's got Charles Gainey with him. Back to him. Shot by Liam Fleming. Pad save by Emery. And now pull up the boards by Tor McGoldrick. He's got 3 defenders on top of him. And it gets out of the zone. Riley O'Keefe has it. Season opening man. Great play by O'Keefe. Just too wide of McGoldrick. McGoldrick trying to send it through the crease. Nobody there. Dylan Smith has it. He'll send it in deep. Nolan Reck will pick it up for Conard. He's hit by Liam Fleming. Now Gainey, back to Reck. Reck over to McGoldrick. McGoldrick has it. Over to Dylan Smith. Over to Tor McGoldrick. Has it. Tries to send it through, and it's off a defender, and it goes out of the zone. Riley O'Keefe will pick it up, and it'll be put back into the zone by Tor McGoldrick, who's met with ferocity by both Liam Fleming and Charles Gainey. Benjamin Goldstein skating up with it. No one there at center ice for Hall High, and Conard wants a change, and they're saying it's an icing call. Tor McGoldrick.
Torn was a few feet over the red line when he put that in. It's a good call.
So good call. But Torin,
It was a good play. He was trying to get the puck deep before he went and changed, but
killing two birds with one stone as he's practicing for debate club. Connor McHugh would take the face-off versus Jack Eisenberg. It's down. McHugh wins it. Shot. Emery save as someone was in the high slot. Kept in by Sawyer Hollander. Great job. Conard can do nothing but send it down the ice. It's going to get all the way into the crease, but rolls wide. No icing called. Paul High wanted an icing there, and Gavin Mangini's close to playing it. Great job by C.J. Bankoff to keep it in. It's pinned up to the boards. Bankoff keeps it in, shoots it wide of the net. Now Benjamin Goldstein sends it up. Here comes Putnam. He was in all alone, loses sight of it. Picked up by Bankoff. Centering pass by Hall High. Slapper, shot, rebound. Hall High answers the call. Emery had his legs spread to make the initial save. Rebound was out in front. No one picked up the open man in the crease. And Ben Putnam was able to poke in the loose puck to tie up the game with 8:14 in the first.
yeah, Conard's going to have to watch out for that first Hall line. They're very productive and did a really great job there controlling the puck, moving the puck around, and obviously finishing.
Putnam's got 11 points, 4 goals and 7 assists so far this season. That was his 5th goal of the season.
Scored by number 34, Benjamin Putnam. With an assist from number 22, Ben Goldstein.
Goldstein did the right thing there, and he just put it on net right in front of the crease, and someone was there. Face-off now in the Conard offensive zone to the left of Bonner. Hard hit by Jordan Schur on Nolan Reck. He'll come up with a puck. Pinching in was Gainey. Loose puck to Basio. He's got Gainey. Shot, save, Emery. Goes behind the net. Now the Basio has it. He takes a hit, but is able to send it from behind the net through the crease. Nobody there. Physicality really picking up. Here comes Gainey. Practice, circle, shot, off the stick, goes into the corner. McGoldrick now playing with it. Loose puck, picked up by Nolan Reck, shoots it up to his point man. Nigro can't hold on to it, and he'll have to scatadoo back over to pick it up. Here he comes, sends it off the boards to Eisenberg. Eisenberg sends it down deep. He's met by McHugh, captain the captain. How do you do? Bankoff has it, shot up into the zone, and icing call, a rather weak one, which kind of offsets the other one. However, we'll have a stoppage in play. 6:55 left to play in the first. And they're going to have the draw on the outside. Goldstein, McHugh, and Putnam, the crash line, really doing a force for Hall High this year. And physicality right at the red line. More physicality than puck play. Puck's still stuck at the red line. Now forced away by Nigro for Conard. And Sawyer Hollander will come up with it. And he'll send it forward, only to be tapped back. And now McHugh has it, looking for a man. He'll send it softly to the net while Benjamin Putnam was crashing it and covered up by Chase Emery.
Hall's certainly not afraid to keep their first line out there. They've had a lot of playing time so far this first period. And I assume that's going to continue for most of the game, being how productive they've been.
It's fluffed up in the air, picked up and winning. Gavin Mangini trying to get it out, but kept in by Connor McHugh. Now comes out of play. Here comes Ken Roach by himself, followed by Eisenberg. He's able to hold on to it, tries to send it to Matzinger. Open space by Matzinger. Has Eisenberg, shot just wide. Bonner came out to cover the angle. Eisenberg now has it. Over to Roach. Roach sends it over. Matzinger will go over and play it, sends it behind the net. Roach trying to pick it up. And Hall High just tries to send it deep. And now it's Goldstein with Matzinger. And Matzinger, great defensive play, plays the body, And the only thing that Putnam can do is send it in deep. Shot by DeBasio to keep it in the side of the zone, and glove save by Emery. Definitely to your point, Russ, that first line's been out there, and they've captured 33 goals this season, and this is just the 6th game. DeBasio and Gainey for Hall High. Puck is dropped. Nick Alonso had the draw for Conard. He doesn't win it. And now Conard trying to get it out. Line 2 versus line 2. Shot Conard, doesn't get through. Elver tries to poke it away. Just gets out of the zone. Hall's got to go back and touch up. Liam Elver for Conard will go back and have a corral it. Looking up ice. Sends it over. And now Nick Alonso has it. Shot. Goes wide behind the net. Parker Bastos will try and keep it in. Alonso sends a shot. And now another 2-on-1 with DeBasio and Gainey. Saucer pass. DeBasio to Gainey. Shot. Save. Emery goes behind the net. And that's another 2-on-1 opportunity for Hall High with the same players. Coach, I'm sure, will have a talking to in intermission about that one. Parker Bastos is met by Sawyer Hollander. He says, hey, welcome to a varsity high hockey game. Conard trying to poke it through, keeping it in the zone. Sent up to Andrew Nigro. Nigro trying to send it deep. Gets off a defender's stick and goes high. Sent back up to Nigro again. Cross ice over to Nolan Reck. Nolan Reck can backhand it only to keep it in deep. Tor McGoldrick going after it. Gets the Malachi crunch by Hall High. It's flipped up off the boards. CJ Bankoff tries to keep it in. And now Ben Goldstein will go one-on-one with Nigro. Nigro able to get a shot off, but Emery's able to save it. And Conard able to keep it out of the zone. And we're going to have icing call. Another close call, and Emery's come up big, Russ.
Yeah, it's 3 for Emery. 3 huge saves right now, keeping Conard in this game. They just got to watch the back door here. You got guys leaking back, and defenders not seeing that. And yeah, these 2-on-1s are eventually going to catch up to us if we don't corral that in.
Conard wins the face-off draw, gets it up to Ken Roach. Ken Roach and Eisenberg be a 2-on-2. Good backhanded move by Roach. Shot, pad save, Bonner, rebound. Eisenberg couldn't get enough wood on it, and now we've got a chase between Bankoff and Goldstein. Bankoff makes the win there. He's able to corral it, and it's pushed up just out of the reach of Hall High, and looking for an icing call, and we'll get one. Another weak icing call,
yeah,
Russ.
That was a little weak, I would agree. That is not the kind.
Great play by Bankoff to win that battle and then shoot it up the boards.
Yeah.
Mangini almost tapped it, but just out of his reach a little bit.
That's a great defensive play. Senior against a sophomore. Bankoff really coming up huge on that.
Hall High, Jack Hanrahan will take the draw. For Hall High, it's won by Conard. Conard sends it to the outlet pass. It's flubbed. High shot. Croce, save, in front. Picked up by Connor. Emery, a nice save on Croce. And now Connor trying to have it. Hollander picks the man instead of the puck and keeps Roach outside the offensive zone. And Hall High is able to reset back up. Matzinger able to send it back in deep. Here gives Gainey. He's going after Chase with it. Pokes it away a little bit from Hollander. Hollander sending over to Croce behind the net for Hall High. He sends it over to his outlet pass, over to Hollander. Flubs it a little bit. Back and forth between Hollander and Croce. And Jonna Rotman has it. Sends it back to Croce again. Hall High having a tough time trying to get it out of the zone. Conard plays the man in the body. Riley O'Keefe says, hey, take a look at your bench. Have that conversation as he plays the body as well. Both lines playing the body here. Tor McGoldrick trying to send it in backhanded. Never makes it to the net. Still in the Conard offensive zone. Matzinger has it. Tries to send it forward a little bit. McGoldrick looking for somebody. He plays it a little bit. Conard giving support between Gainey and Nolan Reck. Looks like McGoldrick comes up with it. Loose puck. Hollander has it. Sends it up to Jonah Rotman. He'll send it in deep. Tapped away by Matzinger. And Nolan Reck made sure he said hello to Jordan Schur. And a shot on net. Saved Bonner. We've got 1:54 left to play in the first, and a back-and-forth battle here.
So far, this is living up to everything I hoped it would be. Great physicality. It's clean, good, just solid, fun to watch hockey right now.
Croce and Sawyer had a tough time getting it out of the zone between each other. They've been on the team for a while and have been pairs for quite some time. But here we go, face-off draw, shot up in the air, save Bonner. That was a shot by Mangini, and now DeBasio sends it up to Charlie Gainey. Gainey takes a shot, never makes it to the net. Mangini hits Gainey, back, melee out in front, shot, save, chaos in front. Someone's knocked down, looking for a redirect out in front. Bodies crashing in front of the net, packed up by Dylan McDermott. And a high hit by Jordan Schur. He plays physical. He sure does. Thanks for that note. Eisenberg tries to bump his man off of Liam Fleming to get it. Picked up by Eisenberg, just out of his reach. He's tripped up. No penalty there. Loose puck. Trying to get it.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute left to play in the period. Dylan Smith hanging on to it. Lets his players get back. Slapper and an easy glove save by Bonner. Lot of nervous energy, Russell. We're getting a lot of bodies tapped a little bit. Loose pucks everywhere. Not a lot of fluidity. What do you think?
You know, I think it's everything they're usually these two teams bring to the thing. There's a lot of physicality, a lot of emotion. And the refs are letting them play.
Loose puck, shot, McGoldrick, high, just goes high. Nicely kept in by Nigro, but loose puck kept in by Hall. Bankoff, a nice little poke at the red line. Excuse me, that was Nolan Reck. And trickles all the way down to Emery. He'll cover it up as McHugh was crashing into the net. Hence his nickname, Crash. And for the last 38 seconds, we'll have the crash line of McHugh, Goldstein, and Putnam. Dylan McDermott and Jack Croce at the points for Hall High. Nolan Reck, Gainey, and Andrew Nigro. Torrin McGoldrick for Conard and C.J. Bankoff. And the shot by Hall off the face-off draw to the side of the net, but covered up by Chase Emery. We'll do it again. Nolan Reck has it. Picked up. Ken Roach. He'll try to send it deep, and it goes out of bounds. Excuse me, that was Gainey, and it flicked up out of play. So the face-off will come back into the Conard defensive zone. Conard wins the draw, tries to kick it out. Two Conard players going after it. Kept in. Now we got a potential 2-on-1. McGoldrick, shot, fake out, left and right, and McGoldrick will put it in. He faked out Bonner to put it into the net with 18 seconds left in the first.
That is a huge goal for Conard right there. What a great little smooth move by Mr. Torrin McGoldrick. Torrin McGoldrick, who is now at 97 career points, 3 points. Both him and Connor McHugh are currently tied at 97 career points, so we'll see how this game goes. Maybe will someone break 100 career points in this game. It's so cool that there's one player on Hall and one player on Conard, both within striking distance of that 100-goal milestone.
The stage is certainly set for that. Here comes the draw. DeBasio trying to push forward. A little back and forth in the neutral zone and picked up. Gainey will tap it in. Doesn't go deep enough, and it's picked up by Conard. Now a loose puck by Jordan Shear. He tries to force his way through Gavin Mangini, and now it's picked up by Dylan Smith, and we'll have an end to the first period as Conard will go into their locker room with a 2-1 lead and a remarkable filthy goal by Torrin McGoldrick. Russ, what do you take from the first period from this game?
Just, hey, it's great hockey, super fun to watch, super exciting. They're playing the physical game that they need to play, a little back and forth action. I think Conard's definitely got a little edge right now on Hall. definitely challenging Bonner a little more than Chase is getting challenged, but both goalies have come up huge when they need to come up huge. 2-1, heading into the second period. Let's see what happens.
Yep. And Braden Gainey with the assist on that. That's his first assist of the season. And we'll be back after the first intermission. Thank you. And welcome back to the Conard Red Wolves and Hall Titans, where Conard leads at 2-1, but a filthy goal by Tor McGoldrick with 18.9 seconds left in the first period. Rush, you've been in this situation. Tight game, bragging rights on the line here. What are you telling Conard? What are you telling Hall High if you're the coach of either team?
I think both of them, in a rare moment for me, don't change anything. Do what you did in the first period. Continue to play hard, stay out of the box.
Conard wins the draw, goes all the way back to the Hall goal line. Send up the boards, kept in by Andrew Nigro. Conard trying to move the puck over to Gainey, gets by him, sends it behind the boards. McGoldrick trying to center it. Gainey goes after it in the corner, over to Bankoff. Cross ice to the point to Nigro. Shot goes wide. And now Hall High has it, slips it through to Bankoff. Here we go, another 2-on-1. Connor McHugh over to Goldstein and hits the post. Now laying it in from the high slot is Hall High. Shot, can't get through to the net. And Bankoff will regroup, pokes it away, sends it up to McGoldrick. He sends it forward. They'll have a personnel change for Conard. Roach has it, looking for Nolan Reck out in front. Roach is sent down. Conard fan base wants a call, kept in by Mangini. Here we go, Roach has it, goes to his forward hand. Shot goes to the side of the net. And Hall High will just flip it up, takes a high bounce. Get your cake out, because we got some frosting. It'll be an icing call on Hall.
It's really a great play by McDermott there. Really great second effort for Hall to keep that puck from going in a breakaway right there. Probably a little scene option that happened there, but great job by him.
Alonzo take the draw versus DeBasio for Hall High. Loose puck. Dylan Smith pitches in for Conard, and it gets sent up the boards by Hall High, where Dylan would be. And Liam Elverd gets on his horse and grabs it, sends it to his outlet, Parker Bastos, who can't quite get it. Out of the zone. Great forechecking job by Hall High to keep it in. And now Alverd's able to poke it in backhand. Sawyer Hollander with a hit on Parker Bastos. He gets up right away, but awfully high. Fans wanted a call. Everybody had their hand up in the air. Hall High able to get it out of the zone. Braden McCabe able to send it forward for Conard. Hall High a little back and forth in between the zone here. And Braden McCabe just sends it forward to Nick Alonzo, just out of his reach. Alonzo trying to get through with it, but the Hall High defense puts up a wall. Another great physical play by Sawyer Hollander. The play is man, not the puck. Now it's kept in. Mangini, shot, save, Bonner behind the net, and the puck, the net, comes off its moorings, and a whistle is called.
Great effort by that freshman Alonzo. He's having himself quite a start to his career here. He's been playing really well. Love what I'm seeing from him. And Mangini as well, playing really, really well, setting an example as a captain of how to work hard and forecheck and play hard.
Well, Alonzo's got 2 points so far in 5 games for Conard, which as a freshman is pretty high. Hall High has the puck, looking for a stretch pass. Sends it all the way to Goldstein. Now picked up by Putnam. Circles. He's got some speed to him. Looking for a shot. Broken twig on the ice. Now a potential 2-on-1. Mangini and Roach. Mangini tries to have it. Drops it for Bankoff. Pad save by Bonner. It's a nice drop play by Mangini. And an icing call.
It's a great save by Bonner right there. He was completely screened on that shot.
Nice drop pass. Way to be unselfish by Gavin Mangini. And Bankoff just put it on net. And somehow Bonner was able to see it. Matzinger and O'Keefe will be the point men for Conard. as Nolan Reck takes the draw for Conard. It's one. Torren, McGoldrick has it. Matzinger tries to send it back in deep. It's grabbed by Hall High. McGoldrick met with some physicality. 3-on-2. Shot, save by Bonner. Rebound shot!
There it is!
Behind the net!
Oh!
And McGoldrick finds Gainey. And Gainey right there at the open net. Another greasy, grinding, Gainey goal! A 3-1 game as McGoldrick picks up another point. Gainey wide open on the post.
All McGoldrick there, 98 points now, within 2 of 100. But McGoldrick keeping the puck right outside the blue line. He does an amazing job of puck protection and possession. Possesses that puck down, gets back, controls it behind the net, makes a beautiful pass in the goal. 3-1 Conard.
Hall High sends out their first line again. Puck sent in deep. Conard offensive zone, picked up by McGoldrick. He's tripped up a little bit, able to pick it up. Back behind the net, Nolan Reck. Shot.
With an assist from number 5, Torren McGoldrick.
Puck behind the net again. Picked up by Hall High's Liam Fleming. He tries to flick it around, not hard enough. Still kept in by Conard. Benjamin Putnam going in after it. Nolan Reck plays the body. And Conard able to keep it in. Into the zone. It's kicked in and saved by Gainey. Cross ice the slot pass. Conard able to change some men and get some fresh legs out there. Very dangerous. Great job by Ken Roach. The picket. Shot to Roach.
Conard putting a ton of pressure on right now.
Still behind the goal line. Picked up by Connor McHugh. He tries to flip it up over to Ben Goldstein. He has it, but tipped away by Dylan Smith. And Dylan Smith has it now. And he'll flick it up.
Great.
Backhanded pass to Roach. We got a 2-on-2. Roach and Gavin Mangini. Shot. Roach hits the back of a defenseman on Hall High. Roach gets his own rebound. Shot. Save. Bonner and Hall High with some tired legs will send it down hard the length of the ice. Bonner's had to come up big a little bit.
Yeah, Conard just putting tons of pressure on Hall right now. Last 3 minutes have been absolutely all Conard. Just a great effort. And they're just going right back at it.
Eisenberg tried to take the draw versus DeBasio, who wins it. Puck is fluttered a little bit and slowly rolls into the crease, and Bonner will just cover it up and we'll have a whistle. 9:42 left in the first.
What you're seeing right now, Rob, is that, Conard just has a little bit more depth. Hall's first line is really amazing. They're really super skilled. But after that, it gets a little weak, and I think right now Conard just has a little more depth and able to keep that pressure on.
And Conard sent that the length of the ice. It was tipped by somebody. So now Conard has to play it. Saved by Emery. Shot by Hollander. Pad save by Emery. Conard still trying to get it out of the zone, and it does. Sawyer Hollander giving chase. Chased by Parker Bastos. And Braden McCabe. And Conard putting some physicality pressure on the Hall High offense. And Parker Bastos sent a shot to Sawyer Hollander for the one he received. And Sawyer has to send it the length of the ice for an icing call. And the puck will come back in for face-off in the Hall High defensive zone. You'll have Gainey, Reck, McGoldrick. Connor McHugh will take it. Won by him. Good puck work by Goldstein. Gets up to Benjamin Goldstein. And Gainey tries to slap it out of the zone, but now picked up by Hall. Pass over to Goldstein, and it's flicked away by Conard. Puck goes into the corner. And Conard just trying to get it out of the zone. Good job there. Here goes McHugh. Shot high. Zach Orsi did a great job keeping that puck into the zone to give it to McHugh to take a shot off. And now Conard sends it off deep, and we're going to have an icing call.
That's Hall's first line back out there, just putting pressure on.
And two of those guys bending over, trying to get some oxygen back into the tank. And that might be the difference maker in this game. We'll have to see. McHugh will go against Eisenberg. Face-off one. Benjamin Putnam comes up with it, tries to circle. Picked off by Conard, by Bankoff. He'll send it down the length of the board. Mangini and Croce go at it a little bit. Puck into the neutral zone. Nice and wide. 2 Hall offense, wide open. Shot doesn't reach the net at all. McHugh still looking and circling. Shot from the high slot. It's blocked and now picked up by Mangini. He's got some space to skate with it. He's in all alone. He stops, wait for some players. Nice move by Mangini, and he's held up just a little bit. He broke someone's ankles on that one, and was able to fake somebody out, but then somebody else from Hall High was able to use the body and take him down a little bit and just push him off the puck. And we're seeing Hall High just send it down deep in the zone a few times. You got to wonder about their gas here. Eisenberg goes in after it in his own zone, fakes, looks for an outlet. No one there for him. Grabbed by Dylan Smith. He banks it off the boards. Goes into the neutral zone. Giving chase is Ken Roach for Conard. Liam Elford now corrals it. Sends it back to Dylan Smith. Up the boards. Got an opening to Alonso, who was wide open. Tries to go between his legs. And Alonso gives a shot against. Here comes a shot now. 2-on-1. Save. Emery. Alonso had a great opportunity as he put that puck between his legs. Couldn't quite get the handle on it to go forward with it. And then he put a hit on Dylan McDermott.
He did. He finished his check there for sure. As a freshman, he made his mark known there. That's impressive.
But he put a hit on Dylan McDermott, who was still able to get it down to Hall High, who had a 2-on-1 opportunity and a shot and a great save by Chase Emery. Hall High controlling the puck, backhanded, left by Sawyer Hollander. Here comes Gainey. He's got McDermott to beat. He's being back-checked by Goldstein. Great job by Benjamin Putnam to take away the puck from Gainey. Now picked up by McDermott. He's taken down. Shot, poked away. Everybody wants a call. Hands are up in the air. I don't think we're going to get one. Now a lot of chatter in front of the Hall High net. McGoldrick standing clear, waiting to see if he'll get the call.
Yeah, everybody looking for a trip there on McGoldrick. I missed it. I didn't see. I couldn't say if he lost an edge or if somebody got in his feet. But we're not getting a call, and we're moving on.
Gainey will take the draw. He's got O'Keefe behind him. DeBasio wins it. Smacks it against the boards. Goes up against the boards. Jordan Schur for Hall High. Stretch pass over to Charles Gainey. Sees DeBasio again, but DeBasio offsides. Will get a whistle. It's a couple of times those two have broken loose and created an opportunity with a potential 2-on-1. Conard wins the draw. Up to Caden Mangini. Sees McGoldrick. Goes forward. Jack Croce goes back on his horse. He has it. Sees some ice. Skating hard. Here comes Croce. Crosses the blue line. Tries to get it. Poked away a little bit by C.J. Bankoff. And now Sawyer Hollander will send it in. Tipped by Charles Gainey. Goes wide. Kept in by Croce. Kept down. Conard trying to get it out of the zone and tripped up. Here we go, Conard, 2-on-1. Reck and McGoldrick. McGoldrick to Reck, just out of the reach of Reck. Nice feed by McGoldrick. Shot, redirect, tip,
backdoor.
Save by Bonner. That was a little bit of a knuckleball redirect. But Bonner able to hang on to it. Mangini now in the corner, pressing hard. Shot is hard and beat C.J. Bankoff at center ice. Has it as Conard will go back and touch up. And Benjamin Goldstein tries to put Roach into the bench. He's able to get back up. Mangini gets in Goldstein's way. Putnam giving chase for Hall High. He wins that battle. Shot.
Oh, you saved.
Bad save by Emery. Save of the period right there. Ben Goldstein and Putnam been putting a lot of pressure, and they were able to get a shot off on Emery, who reacted with a right pad save, and Conard quickly sent it down the ice to get a stoppage in play. Puck picked up. It's out of the zone a little bit by Conard. Zach Orsi has it at the red line, trying to get it out. Eisenberg has it, tries to get it over to Roach. Can't quite get it there. Here comes Benjamin Putnam. Nice feed. Shot, backhanded, high, goes over by McHugh. Had a nice opportunity there, and then the puck called whistle as it was covered up behind the net.
Woo! Need some air. It's been great.
Fast action there. Goldstein, Putnam, and McHugh really giving Conard a test here.
It's funny how this works, right? Like, it was all Conard, and now we're getting a lot of pressure by Hall. I love it.
Conard wins the draw. Nick Alonso has it. He's being pushed off by Hall High. Jack Hanrahan pushes Alonso off. Dylan Smith able to get it out of the zone. It does come out. Now Braden McCabe and Eisenberg. They have it. And looks like we're going to have a penalty on Nick Alonso. Looks like a roughing call on Braden McCabe for Conard, and Hall High will go on the power play.
Yeah, Rob, this is the stuff that Conard's got to be careful of, you know. It's a 3-1 lead, but playing a man down against this line, going to be tough. Let's see how it goes.
Goldstein with the draw. Conard comes up with it, able to get it out of the zone a little bit. McGoldrick trying to get it deep. DeBasio sends it back over to Hall to McHugh. McHugh dumps it in, gives a chase. Referee goes down. He's okay. Conard Dylan Smith has it. He's mid on the boards. Conard can't quite come up with it. Dylan Smith able to poke it out. And McGoldrick
Beauty play right there.
Able to get it in deep and shake off 30 seconds off that kill. Great job. Hall High setting up at the red line in the neutral zone. McGoldrick playing with it in the neutral zone. Nobody there to go after him, and he's able to shake off another 14 seconds. Great job by Conard's penalty kill, and now fumbled by DeBasio. McGoldrick has it.
Watch McGoldrick right now. Watch him with his puck possession. Watch this. Just calm and collective and kill some time.
Hall High yet to set anything up here. McGoldrick takes a breather. Here goes McHugh now. Brings it across the blue line for Hall High. Looking for somebody in front of the net. Sends it into the slot. Shot.
Goal.
Score. Ben Goldstein, who skated in blindly, all stealth-like, and got the feed from McHugh. We've got a 3-2 game. 46 seconds were left on that penalty. And Hall High was able to capitalize.
You do not want to play that line of man down, Rob. So discipline is key here. Got to play a physical game. We got to make our mark out there, but at the same time, got to stay out of the box. 3-2.
So So that line this whole season for Hall High, it's got 34 goals.
Number 22, Ben Goldstein.
19.
With an assist from
19
number
goals.
6, Connor McHugh.
Little miscue there.
Little physicality behind the net there. Matzinger going back for Conard, looks for his man, almost a feed to Eisenberg. He's off on a chase with it. Bonner comes out to play it, way out. Great play by Bonner. Now Conard trying to get something going. Eisenberg trying to push it in. Mealy out in front, poked in by Roach, saved by Bonner again. Conard able to get it out of the zone. Matzinger is beat by DeBasio. He's got an opening, skates to the outside. Another man into the slot. They look for that slot all the time, Russ. 3-on-2 now for Conard. Roach tries to drop it for Eisenberg. Eisenberg misses it just out of his reach. He'll send it in deep behind the Conard Hall High net. Nigro has it, stops it with his feet. He'll backhand it in, over to Roach. Roach tries to get it over on a side pass. Picked up by Hall High in the corner. They'll send it deep. Bounces off a Conard player, and now he's able to walk in. Backhanded shot by Conard. Shot. Saved by Bonner. C.J. Bankoff sees the man on the side. Shot by Conard. And Bonner. Easy glove save.
Let's talk about back and forth here. What a great game. Definitely getting your $5 worth today.
Important face off here. It's flipped up by Hall High, goes off the boards. Dylan Smith with a spinorama. Hall High bats it back and forth. Dylan Smith will then shoot it in from the blue line. He'll dump it in. No one there for Conard. Hall High giving chase.
1 minute.
Looks like it was sent in by McHugh and Matt McDermott. McDermott brothers playing together today. Tries to give chase for Hall High, but icing call with less than a minute left to play in the first. Hall High's crash line is on. Nolan Reck will take a draw versus Connor McHugh for Hall High. Puck is dropped. Liam Elvert has it. Shoots it in the legs, and it gets it to Bonner. He was really screened on that one, but he was able to come up with that save. It trickles to the side of the net. Here comes Hall High now. McHugh has it. Liam Elvert able to stand him up a little bit and just get the puck away from him again. And there they go. McHugh with great eyesight. Sees Goldstein charging in from the slot again.
Beautiful
Conner
indirect right there.
Gainey
Beautiful indirect.
shot wide, and he takes a hit, but able to get back up. Liam Elford has it. Center ice. Backhanded pass by Dylan Smith. Conner trying to get it out of the zone. Here comes Braden Gainey. Nice play. He's in all alone. 4 seconds left. He'll wind up, take a shot, save. Bonner. Russ, we saw down at the other end. McHugh was behind the net. He takes a hard pass to whoever's charging in that slot.
Yeah, we got to cover that second man coming in high. Conard's got to make sure they have somebody. They're constantly, Hall's constantly got a guy open coming in late, and they're hitting him every single time. Yeah, right down there. Great job by Hall on that.
1.2 seconds left. Conard takes out the goaltending. Face-off draw. Nothing happens there. Russ, we got a battle, a 3-2 battle here. What's your thought at the end of 2?
Still anybody's game, Rob. It's back and forth. Still argue that Conard has a little more depth than Hall. Hall, you're starting to see a little fatigue on their first line. Tons of playing time by that line, but still very effective. So, anybody's game. Can't wait to the third. Loving it.
All right, we'll be back after second intermission. 3-2, Conard Red Wolves. Welcome back to the third period. Russ, third period's going to be exciting. You got to think about the fatigue factor. And I tell you, both goaltenders have been really keeping them in the game. Between Emery and Bonner, I mean, Bonner's been averaging about 26 saves a game. He's got about 1,200 saves over his career. Probably one of the longer tenured goalies that Hall High has had. He's been a solid brick wall for them over the last couple of years, so they know they can count on him. Talk about stepping up on the other side. Chase Emery. Connor move up to D2, different type of caliber, and he's stepped up and he's manned up and he's come up with some big saves this year, and definitely a couple tonight.
Yep, Chase Emery certainly matured. He's playing his part and doing it really well. Here we go.
McHugh will come up with it for Hall High. Sent in by Benjamin Putnam. It goes into the corner. Connor giving chase. Looks like we might have an icing call, and we do. Hall High's crash line will be once again beyond the ice, and they're staying on there. McHugh will face it off versus Nolan Reck. Liam Fleming and Dylan McDermott, the points for Hall High. Puck comes out over for Conard. Dylan Gainey for Conard, able to dump it in. Here comes McGoldrick, has it for Dylan Smith. Over to McGoldrick, looking for a feed. Just out of the hands of Gainey. Shot by Elverd, gets deflected, goes off to the side. Kept in by Gainey. Now it's picked up by McHugh. Potential 2-on-2 with him and Putnam. McHugh tries to send it in.
It's a great job by Chase Emery keeping that puck in control from behind the net there.
Putnam tried to be creative, and instead of passing it into the slot, tried to bounce it off Emery. He was prepared for that, and Emery comes up with a save. Hall High makes a change. Charles Dabasio will take the draw for Hall High. Sawyer Hollander can't hold on to it at the blue line, and it'll get out, and Ken Roach for Conard has it. Wind up, takes a shot, goes through the crease as Bonner cut off the angle. Ken Roach has it, tries to center it. Tapped away by a skate off of a Hall player. Hall High now trying to get it out of the zone. Here comes Charles Dabasio. He's banged by Gavin Mangini. Puck still crosses the zone, goes into the corner. And Charles Gainey goes chasing after it. Conard able to pick it up, goes out of the zone, crosses the red line as Sawyer Hollander banks it on the boards for Dabasio. Stretch pass, Dabasio to Jordan Schur. He's surrounded by Conard players, and great job by Conard. And the stick is picked up. They wanted a call because O'Keefe's stick was slashed and flung out of play. No problem. It's close to his bench though. He has it. Conard picks it up. Nigro over to Roach. Roach has it. Sends it in behind the net for Nolan Reck. Lets it go to Gainey. Gainey will send it around the circle. It'll be grabbed by Nigro. Nigro backhands it in. He's pushed out of the zone by Goldstein. Roach has it right in front. Pushed away by Bonner. Conard can't get another shot off. Now Gainey pushing through. It's picked up by McHugh. Nigro tries to poke it away. McHugh goes to the outside, looking for help, and Nigro's able to poke it away. He's able to slap it through, but then Orsi over to McHugh into the zone. Goldstein has it now for Hall, wraps it around the net. Little battle between Goldstein and Nigro. Nigro looking to go after it. Tapped away by McGoldrick. Here comes Orsi. He'll send it around for Hall High. Goldstein will grab it into the corner. He's pinched by Nigro. Reck in there for support. And then Gainey has it. Tries to send it up the boards. But kept in by Dylan McDermott. And then Dylan McDermott shot. Glove save, Emery. A little bit slower of a period as far as action is concerned, so you got to wonder how much gas is in the tank, and a little pushing and subbing after each play.
Yeah, the physicality of the game certainly takes it out of you. It zaps your energy. We'll see how they do.
Conard wins it, can't get it out of the zone, backhanded up by Gavin Mangini, still comes out. He's got it, he's held up, looking for a player, backhanded, shot, saved by Bonner. Great opportunity there by Gavin Mangini, and Bonner comes up big again with a great save. Sends it out to the boards. Alver tries to shoot it up deep. Slapped away by Matthew McDermott. And Hull High has another opportunity. Charles Gainey now carries it into the zone. Alver meets him up against the board and makes that puck go away. Conard trickles it out of the zone. Right there is Sawyer Hollander. Grabbed by Alvord. Alvord able to flick it up. And now it's at center ice, and here comes Alvord with a potential 2-on-1. Shot, tries to sling it over to Eisenberg. Can't get it there. Torm McGoldrick has it. And they'll reset back up. Dylan Smith has the puck. He'll do his old spinorama there. He'll carry it across the blue line. Gets it into the red line, and then dumps it in. Giving chase is Torm McGoldrick and Jack Croce. McGoldrick will come up with it, only to be poked away. Riley O'Keefe has it, sends it over to the net. Stick handled by Bonner. Gainey has it, takes a hit by Hollander, and then Hull High tries to send it over, and just out of the reach of Ben Goldstein, and it'll be an icing call. And the faceoff will go back into the zone with 10:22 left to play in the third. A little bit quieter, a little bit slower here. Matzinger and O'Keefe will be the points for Conard. Reck will take the faceoff draw. Goldstein's able to grab it, though, right away. And Putnam goes give chase on the forecheck. And McHugh will meet up with Braden Gainey. Gainey able to get it into the zone. O'Keefe pinches in. Great job by O'Keefe to keep it in the zone. Now he's got Reck. Shot. Save. And some extra pushing and shoving.
Hey, better be some calls there.
There was one shove. Nolan Reck gave a little bit extra stick work on Bonner. And Hull High made sure don't touch my goalie afterwards.
I think it's going to be
one
matching.
is okay.
I think we got matching here.
But 2 or 3, not necessary.
No. Yes, matching.
And they're both going to go off. Liam Fleming and Nolan Reck will sit for 2. Conard coaches want an explanation. Conard not really getting the calls they want.
Obviously, Nolan Reck had a little extracurricular with Bonner in there, and I think that obviously Hall took exception to that, and now we have what we have. So the question is, I think we're 5-on-5 with matchings.
So we'll go 5-on-5 on the coincidentals. Both will sit for 2.
Why is it? I'm confused.
And correct that. Looks like Hull High will be on a power play. We'll get this sorted. Oh, we got a player change.
Okay, confusion corrected.
Conard wins the draw. It is 5-on-5. That is coincidental minors.
The Conard penalty was on number 7, Golden Rep. 2 minutes for slashing.
Goldstein. Great job by Nigro to hold up Goldstein. Centered though, front of the net. Bankoff does his job and holds his man. Helps clear the house. Now Conard trying to get it out of the zone. Andrew Nigro going after it behind the net. Now picked up by Nick Alonso. He'll skate it out of the Conard zone. He's met by Zach Orsi on the boards, but it's able to get dumped in. Conard now looking for somebody in front of the net. Circle, shot. Matzinger, rebound shot, goes high by Eisenberg. Parker Bassos, he's dumped in the corner. Nick Alonso will help support. McHugh will come up with it with Hall High. Pass out to Goldstein. And Liam Melverd able to beat him to the pass. And Dylan Smith flicks it up out of the zone. Gives a little shove to Sawyer Hollander. And that play gets flicked up out of bounds. 8:47 left to play. And we'll have a face-off draw out in the neutral zone.
Fatigue's definitely a factor at this point, Rob. You can see kind of the play is kind of slowed down a little bit. Physicality's still there.
Gainey takes the draw for Conard, wins it, slaps it down. He'll give chase versus Croce. Croce able to swing it up the boards, but McGoldrick's right there for Conard. Fakes out, left, right, now looking for somebody out in front. Shot, Gainey, save, Bonner. Great setup by McGoldrick there. McGoldrick sends it back behind the net, over to Roach. Roach has it, looking for somebody out in front. Over to Dylan Smith, who has to corral it with his backhand. Gets it back into the corner to Roach. Roach over to Gainey. Gainey with a wrister. Loose puck. McGoldrick can't get a stick on it. Sends it up to his point. Alvord, wrister. It's flubbed. Can't get it. And Hall High will now be able to break it out. Jordan Schur sends it out of the zone. And it's back into the center ice. And Charles Gainey will send it in deep into the zone. And they'll make a line change. And stretch pass all the way to McGoldrick. McGoldrick in all alone. He'll circle. He'll look for help. Has it. Banks it off the boards. And Hall High hits it, and it hits the lamp up on the roof. Both penalties are over. So nobody in the box for either team. Everybody's back to full capacity on the bench.
Conard really does a great job of possession in the zone, moving the puck around, working the puck around. Just got to get that turned into some shots on net.
Mangini comes up with it, was looking for a shot, but had to go to the outside and swing it around. Matzinger from defense will keep it in as he takes a hit from Goldstein. Now it's in the corner. Nick Alonso again helps out his player, and Eisenberg able to get the puck. Another slashing call, but no penalty there as Mangini's stick goes up in the air. Puck's still in the Conard zone. Great job by O'Keefe to keep it in the zone. McHugh trying to slap it forward, and he does. Does it have enough for icing call? And it does, as Putnam gave chase, but Matzinger got in his way. And another icing call. 7:03 left to play here in the game. Little shorter shifts by that crash line for Hall High, but the icings are giving them a break. McGoldrick wrecking Gainey out the forwards for Conard. Puck is won by Hall High, but Gainey able to stop his man and has it. Sends it in deep around the net. Hall High giving chase, batted down. Andrew Nigro gets in front of his man so CJ Bankoff can grab it. Jonna Rotman giving chase. Good play by Hall High on the forecheck. Conard will swing it around to Gainey. Gainey trying to lift it up. He'll go behind the net again. Jonah Rotman's there for Hall High. He'll pick it up. Trying to get the loose puck. Sawyer Hollander plays the body. Able to keep it in the zone. Nigro has it. And it hits a stick and goes out in the slot for Hall High. And Conard tries to send it out of the zone, but it goes off a Hall High stick and goes into the Conard bench.
Conard's got to get a little cleaner on that breakout.
Conard trying to poke it away. Goes into the corner. Liam Alvord stands up his man. Shot, saved by Emery. Conard now looking for an outlet. Up to Ken Roach on the side. Just gets by him a little bit. And poked away. And looks like we're going to have a penalty on Hall High as Dylan McDermott took down Ken Roach and Connor go on the power play.
As you know, Rob, I am a Conard fan. I feel that was a little bit of a weak call. But we'll take it.
A couple of weak calls today, especially on some of the icing calls, but is what it is. Alonzo, Reck, and Roach out for Connor. Nigro and O'Keefe at the points. Alonzo grabs it for Connor. Nigro to Alonzo. Alonzo looking for an opening. He's on the side in the bumper. Shot. Nigro sends it, hits his own man Roach. And McHugh able to send it deep into the Conard zone. O'Keefe will grab it. Sends it up to Alonzo. Alonzo bounces it off the board to Roach. Roach will carry it in. Connor will try and set it up again, looking for somebody in front of the net. Roach will go around the net, still looking for somebody. Nigro at the point. Over to Alonzo at the bumper. Alonzo sends it across ice to O'Keefe. O'Keefe sends it in. Rebound. Shot. Save Bonner. Rebound. Banked off the boards by Hall High. Nigro giving chase. Chase Emery comes out to play it a little bit. Gives it to his man. Nigro sends it over to Roach. And just behind him, he doesn't have it. And now we've got Goldstein. Putnam has it. Shot. Wide. Little miscue there. And Goldstein had a great opportunity for a shorty. Just couldn't put the hammer down. Now Conard, here comes Eisenberg. Skating in all alone. Tries to dump it in for Dylan Smith. He sends it in deep. Conard was in the midst of a personnel change. 33 seconds left on their power play. Braden Gainey wraps it around. And Eisenberg able to keep it in, but not till poked away to Hall High. And Gainey has it. Sends it in over to Torrin McGoldrick. He'll flip it in deep. Goes behind the net. Gavin Mangini has it. Tries to play the body. He's hit and knocked down. Kicked out of the zone. Now Conard has to regroup. Here comes Gainey. Shot. Goes above the net. Rebound. Shot saved by Bonner.
We're full strength
and it's
now.
Flipped up again. Hall High was able to kill the penalty. Full strength. Conard's got to go back and touch up on the line, but it's touched. And we'll have an offsides. 3:43 left to play in the game. McDermott and Fleming be the point men for Hall High. Jordan Schur, Connor McHugh, and the other Hall players, Charles DeBasio. They'll come up with a puck. McHugh trying to get it out of the zone. Able to get it up to Jordan Schur. Now a race for the puck by DeBasio. He'll slap it in, goes behind the net, skating hard, gets it up to his defenseman, just past Fleming. Now it's a foot race between Schur and Alonzo. Alonzo catching up to him for Conard. But Liam Fleming able to get it to his outlet pass. And we've got a 2-on-2 with DeBasio and McHugh. McHugh trying to get it there. But Liam Elbert able to stop him. He's held up, looking to take a shot. No shot able there. And CJ Bankoff is alone on the ice, but he's able to get it, and it's slapped up into the Hall High bench. 2:59 left to play in the game.
I think Hall's getting a little bit frustrated right here. You know, they need to possess the puck, and again, we talk about toe drags. You know, Connor McHugh's an amazing player. Trying to toe drag around a decent defenseman from Conard, it's just not going to work. He's got to possess that puck, protect it, and get around that guy.
Conard wins the draw. Here he goes. Shot. Oh! High, short side!
Oh, my goodness!
Torrin McGoldrick! High, short side!
Wow!
On a great feed.
Bar down. 99.
He hits the 99-point mark.
That was gross,
2:52
Rob.
left to play.
What did Torrin McGoldrick have for breakfast this morning? I want some.
Little pressure now for Hall High. Sent in. Riley O'Keefe has it, sends it to his D-man across ice. Backhanded goes to McGoldrick. Riley O'Keefe sends it over. Nigro had a good feed to Eisenberg, and Eisenberg able to send it over to McGoldrick. Great puck movement there. Puck goes into the corner. Hall High trying to put some pressure on as they're just putting it towards the net. 2 minutes left to play here in this game. Conard up 4-2 in this contest. And Andrew Nigro corralling the puck. Nolan Reck has it at the red line. Hall High making the change. Conard also making a change as Nolan Reck sends it a little. Stretch pass all the way over to Penn Putnam, just out of his reach. And Dylan Smith has it, banks it off the boards, and we're going to have an icing call. With 1 minute, 38 seconds left, you got to wonder, does Coach Colin O'Connor have Bonner come out?
As we speak, looks like he's
and
coming off.
Bonner's going to head to the bench, and it look like Hall's going to have the six-man attack.
Looks like we're getting a timeout, Rob.
Timeout called. Russ, if you're Conard, what are you telling the boys on the ice right now?
You know, just keep playing your game, you know, cover your men, get possession of that puck and get it out of the zone as quickly as possible. Try to avoid icing, but we don't need any more goals. 4-2. Let's just control that puck. Let's keep it out of the zone and take away any of Hall's opportunities. Torn gave them a little bit of insurance here. Got a minute 38. Hall's got to find 2 to get this thing tied up. But don't count Hall out yet. This line is amazing. And I'm sure they're going to be throwing everything they have at us right now.
Liam Elvert and Dylan Smith be the defense for Conard. McGoldrick, Gavin Mangini, and Braden Gainey, or Jack Eisenberg, rather. He'll take the draw versus Goldstein. Putnam wins the draw, not Goldstein. Dylan McDermott has it, looks to make a shot. Conard has it. Croce takes a slot from the blue line, doesn't reach the net. Putnam with a shot, saved by Emery. Conard trying to get it out of the zone, trying to set it back up as Hall High. McHugh behind the net. It's wrist away, through comes out of the zone, and now Croce's got to go skate the length of the ice to go get it. And we'll have an icing call, but a minute 11 left to play. 27 seconds were shaved off that. You were right, Russ. Hall just sent everything to the net. Putnam will take the draw versus Eisenberg. They have it, almost had it. Hall High tries to center it, blocked by Conard. Liam Elvers as he went down to a knee. Picked up, shot in by Dylan McDermott. 1 minute left to play in the game. Hall High tried to shoot it in top of the zone. Saved by Emery. Rebound, poked away by Conard. And now Conard has it. Tor McGoldrick has it. In all alone.
Oh,
one man to beat. Does he have it? He put it in! Tor McGoldrick.
100 career points.
100! 1-0-0 on an empty netter with 42.3 seconds left to play.
What a way to finish. 100 points, Torrin McGoldrick.
They're going to save him the puck.
Congratulations, Torrin.
They grabbed the puck for him.
Wow.
He skated softly, wedged around, saw an opening, flung it down, wide open net, 42 seconds left, 5-2 Conard. Goal's a goal, Russ. Doesn't matter if it's open or not. Here's Ken Roach. He'll shoot it in front, and another goal! Ken Roach put it on the center, and Nolan Reck was able to poke it in, and it's 6-2 with 29 seconds left.
What a way to finish this up for Conard here. What a day. And that clears out the hall, fans.
See where they take off this. 29 seconds left. Roach trying to go back and forth. And another shot goes wide by Conard. Hall sends it the length of the ice. 16 seconds left. McHugh still skating hard. Emery comes out to play it. And McHugh tries to hit O'Keefe. And puck covered up by Emery.
6 seconds left, Rob.
6 seconds left.
Scored by number 7, Nolan Reck. With an assist from number 11, Ken Roach.
Takes the draw, shot, ball high, and they're actually able to score a goal. McHugh won the face-off. Shot was on net, the rebound, someone was there in the back door, and it's a 6-3 game. 2.6 seconds left in the game. The face-off is drawn, no one will make the play, time will run out, and Conard will come up victorious in this contest, 6-3. Russ, your thoughts on this contest?
It's a great game on both sides. You know, at the end of the day, Conard's got a little more depth. You know, Conard McHugh now at 98 points on his career. Congratulations there, Conard McHugh. Just an amazing game all around. What a great game. You know, hockey's an amazing sport, and these guys really did right. Only one penalty in the whole game. Super physical, super tight, clean game. Love it, Rob. This is why we pay the $5 to come watch.
Excellent job, both teams. A lot of pressure, a lot of energy in this complex. And we'll be back here Monday night where Conard takes on Daniel Hand. They're 3-3 now, and they'll go back to playing Division II Monday night. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. We're Russ and Rob. Thank you. Have a great night. Conard, 6. Hall High, 3.
Love this song.